Would you like anything else while you're waiting?
Grab a seat inside Salt Lake City's Green Pig, and your restaurant experience
I'll grab you some menus as well.
is pretty traditional. You got Kinnison there mixing the drinks, Claudia chopping up that grill. Ooh, that smells good, Claudia. And the nice lady there hustling from table to table to table.
I'll be right back with yours, okay?
Well, that's Robin, whose sole purpose is to make sure your entire experience
How are you?
is a good one.
What would you like to drink?
And if it is,
There you are. Thank you so much.
at the very end of that experience,
We earn it. We earn higher tips.
now you give her a tip for a job well done, right?
Without them, we wouldn't be able to pay our bills, so.
So here's an honest-to-goodness question. Have you ever,
No.
ever given the server their gratuity
Didn't even know it was a thing.
before the job was done?
The thought of it never even crossed my mind, so.
All right, John well, let me tell you whose mind it has crossed.
And are you dining in or taking out?
Anyone who either owns or works
Anything else I can get for you?
fast casual restaurants. You know the places I'm talking about, right? Chicken, soda, brisket, tacos, cookies, you name it.
What can I get for you?
Pretty much any restaurant or shop where you stand in line, order your food.
Good to finish that up on your end.
Once they ring up that bill,
This is going to ask you for an option to tip.
They flip that around.
Do I have to tip because they're looking at me? We're standing there waiting for you. Well, are you going to tip us?
Do I do it? Are they going to tip? Do I tip? Why are you putting me under this pressure? You feel like anxiety almost.
5 years ago, tipping at fast casual was barely an option. Today, it is pouring into our everyday lives.
Here's this.
Drive-through, sit down, eat in, take out.
Here's that for you.
For you, the customer,
It's on the aggressive end.
I'm okay with tipping it up front because I know that I'm going to get my food in general.
there's obvious mixed feelings.
They smile and they're happy, I'm happy to tip.
No, I feel like they have to prove that they deserve that.
But to the folks running these restaurants,
The first time I saw it, I was surprised by it.
it may be saving their bacon.
And I've been in the food industry for a big majority of my life where it's like, oh, okay, we're doing this now.
Jessica Moyer is with Savory Management, a group overseeing several restaurants here in Utah.
And you're good to take a seat wherever, and we'll bring that food out for you.
And with the industry flooded in those help wanted signs, she says that tipping incentive helps them hire employees, retain employees, and it doesn't cost them a dime.
We have to fight for every single individual that chooses to work with one of our companies.
Swipe, tap, or insert your card below.
And it's a huge competitive advantage to be able to offer the tip option versus somebody who doesn't.
And she's not alone. Just take a look at the classifieds.
Five Guys, Cafe Rio, Lay's Pizza, Mobetta's.
And it seems just about every fast casual restaurant
10 to 16 bucks an hour plus tips.
is not only offering nearly twice the minimum wage,
R&R Barbecue, 15 to 16 bucks an hour
they are boasting
plus tips.
an extra $4 to $7 an hour in tips.
We're re-examining where we are and what tipping means. Is it based on service anymore?
Ann House is a financial psychologist up at the U and says a paradigm appears to be shifting
This is just the cost now of going to get some frozen yogurt.
on exactly what kind of service deserves a tip.
Is it cash or card?
Is it that gal taking your order? Maybe the guy preparing your meal?
Here's the big owl and the root beer.
Or is it the person already making 10 to 14 bucks an hour,
Hi, how are you?
handing you a drink and a straw through the window,
I'll have you finish signing and confirming this screen.
who deserves a little extra?
But I'm just expecting to get that service no matter what. Oh, thank you for taking my order. Here's a tip. You're already getting paid to do your job.
According to point of service company Square, over the last couple of years, Utahns have been tipping between 20 and 25% at these fast casual restaurants.
And what side do you want?
Money, we are told, is pooled and then shared evenly among those who are working behind the counter.
I'll have that right out to you.
And while you may never see or even interact with the people you're tipping,
I do still tip.
most customers we spoke with are totally okay with that.
At the end of the day, it's my money, right?
Happy to give a few extra bucks.
You guys are all set.
But what they are not okay with
10%, 15%.
is the social anxiety, that perceived pressure,
You always worry they're going to do something to your food if you put zero.
and the feared judgment that seems to come
25%, no tip.
wherever your finger lands.
Oh, they're looking at me. What do I do?
You're almost like in a social contract at that point, especially if they're making eye contact at you. So
Do they know right away if you've tipped?
No, it isn't something that they see directly on the register. They're not like, yes, I just got a tip, and they're not treating you differently if you didn't tip.
Let's do that for you.
Like it or not, pre-tipping is becoming a cultural norm. Good for employers, maybe even better for employees. And while it's completely backwards from tradition, servers like Robin
Have a good day, you guys. Thank you.
believe there is no substitution for earning gratuity at the end of your experience
It's very motivating to do a better job.
in what seems to have become
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
the old-fashioned way.
It's a totally different experience at a sit-down bar or pub.